Hello, this is Chapter 2 in the Management Information Systems course, the Strategic Uses of Information System. And in this lesson we'll understand what business strategy and strategic moves are, illustrate how information systems can give businesses a competitive advantage, identify basic initiatives for gaining a competitive advantage, explain what makes an information system a strategic information system, and identify the fundamental requirements for developing strategic information systems. So, a strategy is a framework or approach to obtaining an advantageous position. A business strategy is a plan to help an organization outperform its competitors. And this is often done by creating new opportunities, not by beating rivals with the current market niche. Information systems may be built to solve a problem or to seize an opportunity. A strategic information system is an information system that helps seize opportunities. A strategic advantage is using strategy to maximize a company's strengths. A competitive advantage is having maximized an organization's strengths to beat its rivals. Innovative companies battle to create got-to-have-it technology. For example, mobile payment systems. A competitive advantage is achieved when a for-profit company increases its profits significantly, usually through increased market share. Many initiatives can be used to gain competitive advantage. Strategic moves often combine two or more initiatives. The essence of strategy is innovation, something no one has tried before. There's 8 ways to achieve a competitive advantage. Reduce cost, raise barriers, establish high switching cost, create new products, differentiate products, enhance products, establish alliances, and lock in buyers and suppliers. So here we see a graphic of how the firm can make strategic moves to achieve a competitive advantage. Locking in, reducing costs, differentiating, alliances, enhancing, and creating barriers. To reduce cost is important because customers want to pay as little as possible for products or services. Reduce costs to lower your end price. Automation increases productivity, greatly reduces manufacturing cost. The web can automate customer service activities. Companies that are first to adopt advanced systems that reduce labor enjoy competitive advantage until their rivals do likewise. Raise barriers to market entrance. Less competition is better for a company. Gain competitive advantage by making it difficult or impossible for others to produce the same product or service. To lower competition, raise barriers to entrance. Obtain legal protection of intellectual property, copyrights, patents, techniques, and services. Examples might be Amazon's one-click, Priceline's online reverse auction. You can also utilize expensive information systems that are unaffordable to others. An example here might be the reservation systems in the airline industry. Establish high switching cost. Switching costs are expenses incurred when customer stops buying from one company and starts buying from another. There's explicit switching costs, and that's a charge that customers entail for switching, early termination, in other words, of a contract. Implicit switching costs are indirect costs over a period of time, such as implementation of a new product will require staff retraining. High switching costs lock in customers. So examples might be proprietary software such as enterprise resource planning systems that have custom modifications. Create new products or services. Having a unique product or service gives a competitive advantage for a period of time. A first mover is an organization that is first to offer a new product or service. Usually results in a superior brand name, better technology, more experience, or critical mass. Critical mass is a body of clients that is large enough to attract other clients. Examples include eBay, Apple's iPhone, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Being a first mover is not a guarantee of long-term success. Netscape and InfoSeek are two examples in the browser and search engine industries. You must continue to improve and innovate to maintain a competitive advantage. Product differentiation is persuading customers that your product is better than your competitors. It's usually achieved through advertising and customer experience. It's exemplified by brand name success. So examples here are Skype, Levi's jeans, Chanel and Lucky perfumes, and Gap clothing. Enhance products or services. Enhance existing products or services to increase the value to the customer. Many products and services have been enhanced by use of the web. So, for example, Charles Schwab and Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Establish alliances. An alliance is two companies combining services. Makes the product more attractive, reduces cost, and provides one-stop shopping. An affiliate program is linking to other companies and rewarding the linker for click-throughs. So here we see a slide on strategic alliances where you're combining things like restaurants and telephone carriers and car rentals, airlines and hotels, restaurants and car rentals. So you get a strategic alliance afterwards where you have a whole package of an airline, telephone carrier, hotel, restaurant, car rental, and flower shop that are all part of a frequent flyers vacation package. And then last is lock in suppliers or buyers. This is accomplished by achieving bargaining power. Bargaining power is leverage to influence buyers and suppliers. It's achieved by being a major competitor or by eliminating competitors. It uses purchase volume as leverage over suppliers. You lock in buyers by making them fear high switching costs. You lock in clients also by giving away a product to create a standard. Adobe's Acrobat Reader, Adobe's Flash Player, and Microsoft's Internet Explorer are examples of that. You can also lock in clients by creating a physical or software limitation by using technology. And then Apple Computers iTunes is an example of that. Creating and maintaining strategic information systems. Many opportunities to accomplish competitive edge are available with information technology. Innovative software can establish a competitive advantage. Strategic information systems can be created from scratch, or by modifying a previous system, or through discovery of existing capabilities. To be a strategic information system, an information system must serve an organization goal and collaborate with other functional units of the company. Top management must be involved throughout this process. Strategic information systems must be part of the overall organizational strategic plan. Management should ask questions to determine whether to develop a new strategic information system. Estimating the financial benefits of a strategic information system is extremely difficult. Many fundamental business changes may be involved. Re-engineering and organizational change. To implement a strategic information systems, organizations must rethink the way they operate. Re-engineering is eliminating and rebuilding operations from the ground up. It often involves new machinery and elimination of management layers. It frequently involves information technology. The goal is to achieve huge efficiency improvements. New strategic information systems require a revamping of business processes. Competitive advantage is a moving target. A competitive advantage is often short-lived. Competitors soon imitate the leader, diminishing the advantage. There's increased IT availability, and the strategic information system quickly becomes a standard business practice. So the organization must continually modify and enhance technology to sustain its competitive advantage. Let's look at a few case studies. JetBlue is an airline that entered a formerly hurting market with great success. It offered ticketless travel, automation with IT, it reduced its costs, and improved service. JetBlue developed OpenSky's software to automate ticket handling. It avoided travel agents and their fees, and it uses reservation agents who work from home using voice over IP. It encouraged internet flight booking by customers. The maintenance information system used to log airplane parts and time cycles for replacement was another innovation. They used flight planning to maximize occupied seats, and that was automated. Operational data is updated flight by flight and available to management at all times. Training management systems were used to eliminate the need for paper records and allow tracking of employee training. JetBlue also used innovative techniques for routing airplane. It didn't use the hub and spokes method, only point to point. And it took the most profitable routes between cities. Keeping flight manuals on laptop computers allowed for paperless cockpits, and pilots were able to improve their efficiency. It saved on pre-flight time associated with calculating the weight of the plane. And it used biometrics for authentication and authorization, and it implemented a paperless frequent flyer program. Technology helped JetBlue offer better service, leather seats, real-time in-flight television, on-schedule departures and arrivals, fewest mishandled bags in the industry, rapid check-in times and fast baggage retrieval, and the lowest cost per seat mile in the first 3 years of its operation. A late mover is someone who enters a market later than other competitors, and sometimes this can be viewed as an advantage. It implements the latest technology available, and it's not burdened with legacy systems. JetBlue used 40% of its systems, information systems, were using beta software. On the other hand, let's consider Ford on the web, and that unfortunately is a failure story. Some of these strategic moves end up being colossal failures. They may fail because of a lack of attention to details. We're unable to predict customer or business partner responses. Ford's great failure was undertaken by Jacques Nasser, the CEO of Ford. Nasser was eager to push Ford to the web. His ideas included install devices in vehicles to enable drivers and passengers to access the web, establish a website to market parts to auto manufacturers via auctions to encourage price competition among parts suppliers, and push vehicle sales to the web and bypass dealers and their fees. This was done in the year 2000, and customers at that time were not very interested in web access in vehicles. Other car companies learned to use online part auctioning, so that negated the advantage there. And state franchising laws did not allow car companies to bypass dealers, so the online sales initiative failed. Ford abandoned the plan to sell directly to consumers online. Its website was used to select the proper model only, but customers must still utilize a dealer. The website sold cars, but not enough to save Nasser's job. The Ford case does show that being a first mover is risky. Sometimes pioneers get burned, even with careful planning. The bleeding edge is a failure occurring when a company attempts to be on the leading edge of new technology, and they have no prior experience from which to learn. Implementation costs are greater than anticipated, and technology ends up losing money for the company. Due to the bleeding edge, companies often wait before implementing newer technologies. Microsoft's approach is to seize an existing idea, improve it, and promote it with marketing power. This is also known as competing by emulating and improving. So, some of the questions we need to answer in a strategic information system are: what would be the most cost-effective way to gain an advantage? Would more accessible or timely information to our employees, customers, or suppliers help establish a significant advantage? Can an information system be developed that provides more accessible and timely information? Will the development effort be economically justified? What is the risk of not developing such a system? Are alternative means of achieving the same goals available? And if so, how do they compare with the advantages and disadvantages of a new strategic information system? And lastly, will technology add value to the customer's experience? So in summary, some information systems are strategic tools as a result of strategic planning. Others have evolved to become strategic tools. Strategic information systems help companies gain a competitive advantage, and a company achieves strategic advantage by using strategy to maximize its strength. There are various initiatives for establishing a strategic advantage, and we've gone over these: cost reduction, barriers, switching costs, new products, differentiating, enhancing products, alliances, and locking in clients or suppliers. Creating standards often establishes strategic advantage in the software industry. Re-engineering is the process of redesigning a business process from scratch to significantly reduce costs. Strategic advantages from new information systems are short-lived. New opportunities must constantly and continually be sought. You must keep systems on the leading edge to maintain a strategic advantage. On the other hand, being on the bleeding edge is the undesirable result of a failed innovation effort. Thank you.